was about to be dropped from Aftermath Interscope before you got involved. That's true?
Yes, it was absolutely the truth.
How did that transpire?
You know, creatively, the tires got stuck in the mud, you know, and, you know what I mean? So we actually got together. I recorded 6 records on Game's new album.
Right.
I did West Side Story, How We Do, Hated to Love It, Church for Thugs, Special, and Higher. You see what I'm saying? And he came back recently from overseas and was disrespectful, man. Like the way he's like, it's like he's feeling himself, like because of how well his record is selling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I, you know, openly I wouldn't expose what I did for the project, but I wrote those records. I created the concept of those records, and he rapped around it. He's a great rapper. He's not a good songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
There's a difference.
It's a major difference. You know? Yeah. And he says a lot of people's names for shock value. He says things he doesn't mean. He says a lot of things to take it back.
Uh-huh.
He says, you know, he had issues with Joe Buttons. Then he runs into him in a club and they're taking pictures. He had issues with Memphis Bleak. Then he ran into Memphis Bleak in Miami. It was no problem.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? See, this is the truth. You know what I mean? Facts. This is the same facts that I talked about on Piggy Bank. See, I'm not a fake person. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. You see what I'm saying? And for me, he has a lot of inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's incredible that he would come back and forget how much I've done for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, personally. You know what I'm saying?
So where does he stand as far as Junior is concerned right now?
Across the street or around the corner. He's not in my camp.
Not at all?
No way.
Okay.
Not after being that disrespectful. And at the same time, it's the same thing like, for me, I love Dr. Dre.
Right.
Same way I love Eminem. Period. You know what I mean? And Dre was a major part of that.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time,
damn, it sounds like
the
TV
tail was wagging the dog for a second. Dre had got creatively tied up onto the Game project, and he stayed over there, so I had to kind of go off and make my record.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's why it's like 2 records from Dre on this album.
Yeah, it's only 2 records.
You know what I mean? And I sat in Los Angeles longer than I've ever sat out. I did 4 days the last time. This time I was out there for about 2 months and 3 weeks.
Waiting to work with Dre?
And I made the records while being proactive.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I can't sit there because he's tied up on another project. And I love Dre again. But if he's confused with what direction he wants to go in after this, my next album, I have the same 20 cuts this album has on it.
Uh-huh.
But it'll be sold as a double CD. It'll fulfill my album requirements for Interscope Records.
Uh-huh.
That'll be the end of 50 Cent on Shady Aftermath. And I'll move forward in my career as a Shady G Unit artist.
Right. And with no hard feelings at all.
Yeah, no hard feelings at all.
Well, why did you and Game get into a shoving match?
We ain't never been in a shoving match.
No, that's not true.
That's what you say to sound good.
Okay.
That's what you say to look good. Me and 50, I push 50.
Never.
You see what I'm saying? That never happened, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's things that they say that inconsistent. Like, I really don't understand what made them do that. Like, really, what's on your mind?
1-800-223-9797. We played the 50 Cent Quick Mix. Congratulations to